Special broadcast of CNN News 18. Prime Minister Narendra Modi left for Israel this morning, embarking on his two-day state visit at the invitation of his friend, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Now, this visit is aimed at further strengthening the rapidly expanding India-Israel strategic partnership, with discussions expected to focus on defense, innovation, agriculture, water management, trade and investment. But remember, both countries are also key allies. There are regional and global developments that certainly will be discussed. In a historic first, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to address the Knesset, underlining the deep democratic ties between the two countries as well. And we're bringing you a special broadcast here in collaboration with ILTV in Israel for deeper insight into how this visit is being viewed in Israel and what really does it have in store for both sides. I'm joined in this special broadcast by Calev Ben-David, anchor ILTV. He's joining us live from Tel Aviv. So let's begin, Calev, by just discussing the kind of mood that persists in Israel ahead of this visit. All the right notes, all the right noises have been made in public, but this is a very key visit given its timing, depending vis-a-vis the global scenario.
Good morning from Israel, Shivani. Namaste. Absolutely. Look at the timing here. It's really quite amazing. First of all, keep in mind this visit by Prime Minister Modi. He is the first, other than President Trump, he is the first significant world leader of a world power to visit Israel since the end of the Gaza war. So that is very important. And also, he's coming at a time when really any day now, we're expecting the possibility of a U.S. strike against Iran and possibly an Iranian counterstrike against Israel. That it's seen as something that could happen any day. This visit could have been delayed or canceled, but it is seen as so significant, as you said right now, that the decision obviously was made that it should go ahead despite all the tensions that are now in the region.
So tell me something. In Israel, how is Israel and the Israeli government looking at India, or what is it looking from India when it comes to these, West Asia tensions, particularly with Iran? What is it that could be discussed, and what is the role that India could play?
Right. So I think this visit, there are basically three main categories here, three pillars of this visit: the diplomatic, the economic, and security. Certainly strengthening the diplomatic ties between Israel and India, increasing the bilateral relations with them, both between the countries, but in the context of a broader alliance. Prime Minister Netanyahu spoke about this early this week, that he sees Israel and India as the cornerstone of a broader alliance that will pull in other countries in Asia and East Asia, Middle Eastern countries, even African states, standing together perhaps against, for example, the battle against radical Islam and radical Islamist terrorism. Also, keep in mind, we see this emerging alliance, for example, between Turkey, which has a very antagonistic relation with Israel, and Pakistan. And this is a sort of Sunni a Muslim alliance that concerns Israel, should concern India for sure. And the Israel-India relationship can be a sort of counterbalance against it. That's the diplomatic. We can go into more details on that. Economic, definitely to boost trade. It's about $4 billion a year, the trade. But definitely Israel and India want to increase that. They've just started this week talks for a free trade agreement, which would be hugely significant. And the focus, a special focus on high tech, especially areas like AI and quantum computing, which both Israel and India are leaders in. That's hugely important. We can go into details of that. And finally, security cooperation, especially in the field of air defense. And this is of course hugely significant for Israel and also certainly for India. We saw how important that was in the conflict with Pakistan, Operation Sindoor last May. So that is going to be maybe even the key issue that the leaders will discuss.
Yes, I mean, it is a changing global order in which India has growing heft, as all world leaders and global democracies confess. And this is why this visit is being watched so importantly. But I will come back to you.